Today I'm gonna give you 5 ways I use my iPad. Before I start, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are about to reach 250,000 subscribers. Alright, the first way I use my iPad, and more specifically the iPad mini, since it's so comfortable to use and you can hold it with one hand and it's so incredibly light, is by reading. I absolutely adore reading on the iPad mini. It's just, the iPad mini is the perfect form factor to read. I personally use the app Headway. It's basically the Netflix of books. You've got unlimited books and they're tiny summaries of these books. It's something that I do every single day, or it's something that at least I try to do every single day. It's just read a little bit with my iPad using the app Headway. This is not sponsored. I just love this app so much. Second way I use my iPad is to edit photos. I edit all of my photos directly on my iPad. I hate editing photos. I mean, I do it, once in a while on my Mac, but I love editing photos on the iPad. Once again, it's so comfortable and having a touchscreen is so incredibly useful. I use a couple apps that I can recommend to you. First one is Snapseed. It's probably the one that I use most of the time when editing all of my thumbnails. Snapseed is so useful having a touchscreen, and you can, for example, select a certain part of the image to make it brighter or make it darker, and that is extremely useful for thumbnails. I also use ColorTune. Now, ColorTune is an extremely poorly designed app for the iPad, and it's not really well made, but the filters that there are inside of ColorTune, I'm absolutely obsessed with them. And Affinity Photo and Affinity Designer is probably a desktop class app from the Mac directly on the iPad. The P3 color gamut on the iPad allows me to have a screen that is reliable to edit these photos, which allows me to edit photos on the go, or it allows me to edit photos directly on my couch, which is something that I absolutely adore. Editing photos is just so relaxing, especially when you can just chill and start writing them down. I love it. The third way I use my iPad is for productivity. I am so incredibly productive, and the iPad mini allows me to be so much more productive on my day-to-day life. One of the main apps that I use is something that I've recommended to you a lot of times, is Notion. Notion is an app that once you know how to use it and once you know how to take the full potential that it has, I still don't feel like I have the full potential in Notion, but the things that I do have inside of Notion are crazy because it helps me be organized so incredibly much. Like, for example, I've got my 2022 goals, my New Year's resolutions. I've also got my entire YouTube channel inside of Notion, so all of my YouTube videos that are planned, when they're going up, which sponsor they have, and then I have an entire sponsors page, so I have everything organized all in one place. Apart from Notion, another app that helps me be more productive is Notes. Yes, just Apple Notes. I always write my scripts on Apple Notes. I usually write them on my iMac or sometimes on my iPad, but they're always in front of me. Like, my iPad is always in front of me whenever I'm filming my video. Especially the iPad mini, I can simply hold it like this. You guys don't see, but I'm actually, reading the script. So an iPad is always with me whenever I'm filming these videos. I currently have my script right now, and I'm reading off, my bullet points that I write every single video.
And now, here's a word from our sponsor.
This is the Nebula Cosmos Max, and it's amazing. It's a 4K HDR projector with 360 3D Dolby Atmos audio system. It basically sounds amazing and maxes out at 155 inches. So you literally don't even need a sound system. This is the all-in-one package. Amazing projector and amazing sound quality. It also has Android TV built in with HBO, Disney Plus, and so on. It's great because you've got it all in one. You don't have to connect anything else. And you can obviously connect external devices like an Apple TV or a PS5. It's always been my dream to have a projector at my home, and with Nebula, this has actually been a dream come true because all the projectors that I've used look great, but they don't look perfect. The Nebula looks perfect. Like 4K quality on a projector, and it actually looks amazing and sounds amazing. It's honestly unbelievable. Links in the description if you guys are interested.
Okay, apart from being productive and working and replying to emails and all of that stuff, you also gotta chill, right? And entertainment is my fourth way that I use my iPad. I watch a bunch of YouTube, I watch a bunch of Disney Plus, I watch a bunch of Netflix, and one of the main ways, apart from my Apple TV, whenever I'm on the go or whenever I go, traveling, iPad is a great way to watch content. The fifth way that I use my iPad is for gaming. Now, I have to admit, I don't do this very often. I really do want in 2022 to game more because it's something that I enjoyed. before I started YouTube because I had a lot more time, but I truly want to find the time to game more because it's really fun. Gaming on the iPad is so lightweight, it's so powerful. Like the iPad mini is already incredibly powerful for a bunch of Apple Arcade games, for example. And you can actually connect controller, whatever controller you want. I use this Steel Series controller. It's personally my favorite. I feel like it's very comfortable. The buttons are great. Those are the 5 ways that I use my iPad. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Be happy because life is good. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.